Hello everyone and welcome back to Frostpunk here, probably in the penultimate episode where we're going to have to deal with that storm pretty soon. It's coming in fast and we've got a lot of things to be getting done in the meantime. And I don't know if we're going to make it in time because even though I think I've got enough coal and enough food, I almost certainly don't. And it's going to get way too cold for people to survive. So we're going to have to see how this all goes really. But either way, got a lot to do, that's for sure. Hopefully we can manage, but who knows. Just want to have a look at my tech tree. There's a lot I need to get done. Most importantly, get that power upgrade, otherwise I'm never going to get the amount of stuff that I need. I'm never going to get the amount of heat that I need to even have a chance of surviving. In terms of purpose, I'd rather not sign New Order. It means that there would be no issue with Hope ever again. But then we get very far into kind of despotism and dictatorship. That doesn't feel like a good idea. We've also found some hungry polar bears. Inside damaged crawlers were found eaten by dead bodies. Or we found several dead bodies eaten by polar bears. We think we'll never know for sure what happened here. And there's nothing useful for us to salvage in this gruesome place. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping for something useful. Let's send them to the large crater and hope. Are these guys coming back? Those guys are coming back. No, they're going to Camp Vulcan. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave them at Camp Vulcan. We've already failed the outposts once, so I don't mind sending them out again. I don't know if we can get some more wood from our team. We're going to well try. The problem is, Hope is going to get so very low when it gets to this stage, and I don't really know what solutions I have to deal with it. Oh boy, day 43, I see the storm coming in. Okay, scouts reached Camp Vulcan. They found survivors. Over the Skeptic, you're going the wrong way. The scientists mistook us for refugees, but after we told them about our city, they seemed nonplussed. It's probably too close to the storm to withstand it, or you might consult Nansen on that if you reach him in the south. Their work here is done. We could convince them to join us so we can show them our city. We are going to direct them there. If they die, that's their own fault, but we need to be using our scouts effectively at the moment. I'm going to specify more coal. I'd like to get about 10,000 coal. I don't think I'm going to manage it, especially as temperature's going to start to drop here pretty soon. Book of Laws. There is something I do want to grab, however, and that's triage, because we're going to have a lot of dead people going forward. That's not very good. It's a very controversial law, but I think it'll be worth it. Well, let's go to our propaganda centre, which is somewhere in the area. That's it. It's going to be the big one with the red flags. We're going to order that Hope will rise. People must be told repeatedly that we survive every day thanks to order, which I think we do to an extent. But we need to make sure it doesn't go too far hard down that way. I'm concerned that we're not getting enough steel from our teams. Could put them on an extra efficient shift. I think we'll do that. I'd maybe even like to put an automaton on them. I don't want to put them on a 24-hour shift. I don't think that's a reasonable thing to be doing. Maybe I could try. Oh yeah, people aren't thrilled, but I want steel. Steel buys us housing, steel buys us tech, both of which are very, very useful. I'm also going to up my coal production from my automatons, because again they will be keeping us alive, which is really what we need at the moment. We do have another coal thumper somewhere. It's in a little bit of a different location. It's the wall drill. Where's our last steam? There's a steam coal mine. We'll give that a full one as well, because eventually we're going to have to start chucking down, finishing off buildings, and that's not going to be very good at all. We've got an event here. Emergency shift spirits are high. So the people we ordered to stay on the emergency shift return to work without a word of complaint. We know that the storm is coming. We need to put in extra hours. Everyone has to work together if we're to survive the cold. You know what? That's the right attitude. Good for you. Can I try it again? That might be a mistake to do it twice. We'll have to see. We should have to see if that was a good thing or a bad thing to do, but steel is very important, I think. It's very, very important. Especially because we still have a lot of bunkhouses, which are nowhere near enough to be doing what we need. I also want to just check our tech, our workshop, make sure every research is stopped. Why is the research stopped? Efficiency is 0%, it's not ideal. What about our other one? What's our other workshop? 2 out of 5 and... they start working at 8 o'clock, that makes sense. I'm going to give them food rations as well. We don't need to get them to work for the night, but I'm going to give them food rations for the time being, in order that they might be good with their tech and keep the tech coming in quickly. That is important. I'm going to get another coal facility. I'm going to get another couple of resource depots down wherever I can. But of course, these all require things. They require a lot. But I want about 10,000 coal as a minimum, because we're going to spend an absolute ton of it soon, which is not good. I mean, we can have a look at our... Oh, there's an event there. Let's deal with the event first, then we can have a look at our economy. Fear of the storm. Prayers at work. Sir, the people employed in this hothouse refuse to work today. They intend to spend the entire day praying. We've been working like madmen, so there's only so much we can do to prepare. Let's face it, this is the end of the world. Through prayer we can find the hope of deliverance, whatever happens. We will let them pray, because that's also a good amount of hope, and we're going to really need it, because I'd really rather not sign that law, but I may have to. We'll have to see. You guys have made it to... Hang on. Oh, you didn't make it to the Jagged Rocks, the Jagged Peaks in time. So we're going to get you to... Well, there's not much you can do apart from get back to the city now. Everywhere else is kind of blocked off. We'll send you back and hopefully you don't die. Because I don't think that will help with our... kind of... our morale, should these people die. There's some more houses down there. We do still have a few homeless people. So I'm thinking we want to get a few more houses down in this area. It's not going to be adjacent to the street, but that's okay. Bunkhouses I feel are not going to be well protected enough. We'll have to see. I'm keen to not let that overdrive get out of control. But we're going to, I think, need it to keep ourselves warm during the winter. We'll have to see. Let's speed up time. Scouts reach large crater. Camp is empty. The crater is fresh with broken ice around the room. We searched the camp for clues to the scientist's fate and found none. Everything's in order, but not a perfect order. It seems like they went out to do something and never returned. Maybe they tried to descend into the crater and got lost in the maze of broken ice, or got caught by the blizzard, or perhaps both. We'll require some technology, so I really want to get those guys home. That's well worth doing. I don't know what tech we'll get, but hopefully it'll be a good one. Some people we're already having issues with care, which is not good. As soon as automatic prototyping is done, we're going to go for the generator power upgrade. Again, that's going to require steel. Steel that we don't have, but there we go. For that we need 80 steel. We're about halfway there. And we will get there within, I think, about 3 hours. Now, I want that generator power upgrade. We're going to need the extra temperature. It might buy us the time we need. It may not. We shall have to see. Resource depot, I'm going to put that for food rations, because I do want 2256 food rations. Having a look at our economy, we're still producing quite a lot of coal per day, but that's going to change pretty quickly as we get into the point where we're starting to burn it very, very quickly indeed. And then we're going to be in some real issues, because eventually these guys will stop producing coal as well. We're still producing a lot via our our automatons, but it's not going to last forever, that's for sure. Food we're doing okay on, which is also good. We had 7 deaths yesterday, which is of course not perfect. We also have bad food, which is not ideal, but I still think it's the best thing we can do, really. In terms of... we might be able to get another fighting arena down. I want to get one where it has the most benefit to people. Like, say there, it's only gonna... it's not gonna help out that much people. It might give people a little bit more hope. Of course, some people may die in the process. But people are going to die anyway, realistically. So if we can make them a little bit happier beforehand, I'd say that's well worth doing. We'll get one down here as well. We're not going to be able to, like I said, we're not going to be able to cover everything. But we can do hopefully most of it. There we go, we'll get it built into the street. And we'll get time ticking along again. I could put the tech on a 24-hour run. But we've done quite a few emergency shifts recently, and that doesn't feel like a good thing to be doing, really. Ooh, I don't know what... oh, you're coming back with house insulation. Perfect. That's a great tech for us to have. I'm thrilled by that one. I don't want to do any more emergency shifts because discontent will rise a lot when people die. So I think it's useful to have as low as discontent as possible before the inevitable happens. We've got another event here. Fight of supplies. Sir, an argument erupted between some workers last night. Some of them wanted a portion of the resources that their facility produces so they can prepare for the storm. It came to blows, and though nobody was seriously injured, tensions are running high. Understandable. Oh, that was a big increase. Do we put the tech workers on an overnight? I don't know. We also need to find some engineers. I don't know where most of our engineers are. There's some out here with this coal thumper. Mostly, I think we can take them off there. I'd rather put the engineers back in the tech rooms to give us the best possible chance of researching these things quickly. I don't want to put on another emergency shift because I think it's going to backfire on me if I do. I really think it'll backfire on me if I do, and that's just not that's not a worthwhile risk to take, I don't think. Temperature falls. Oh god, I don't think you can get this cold. Patrick Foster, it's going to get much worse. Let's get another few resource depots down. We can do them over here, that's fine. Let's build another 4 and that will be all we're going to build. Anything else we're going to build, we're going to be building houses. Okay, a mob storms the stockpiles. Sir, a crowd of terrified people have stormed the stockpiles and started plundering our supplies. We managed to fight them off, but they demand wood for heating and to reinforce their homes. We need 840 wood to supply everyone. Yes, I'd rather not have had to do that, but we will. We're still getting quite a lot of wood in. These guys will be back soon. I don't think they'll be able to make another run before the storm, so I'm actually going to dismantle the post of winter home. They should still come back, I think. Okay, these guys here, they're going to run home as well. Pretty much everyone that can will run home at this point. You guys are already back, which is good. I'm really happy to get the house insulation tech for free. That's a huge bonus. That's going to make everything that little bit warm. In fact, we can see it come into effect. I don't know how much it's going to help, but we'll see it come into effect momentarily. House insulation. Not perfect, but it's definitely helped. Obviously the bunkhouses are still quite low in terms of their... still quite low in general. And I don't know how we're going to manage this, that's for sure. As soon as these guys come back with wood, that'll be useful. I'm going to just ensure we have enough space for our wood collection. and then I'll change it over to maybe coal or food, depending. And wood, there we go. I don't need another wood pile after that, that's for sure. Okay, keep working on that. I'm hoping we can get this tech done today, because I think for a while we can still get our tech working. We've got a lot of people there. I'm tempted to do a triage now to get people back to... Oh, that's a big loss of hope and a huge rise in discontent. Triage, of course, is not ideal, but it gets people less ill. Some people are freezing, understandably. I'm going to just keep it at steam level 3 for the time being. We did what we could to raise the heat output of the generator. This alone might not be enough. All our homes and workplaces should be as warm as possible. The colds that come in can kill in minutes. We're not going to turn on steam level 4 until we desperately, desperately need it. One more food rations and another coal. Because it says it lasts 3 days. I don't think that's going to be the case once we're up to that high level. You know, I really don't know, but it's not ideal, for sure. Anyone working at this coal thumper? No, you guys can work at the coal thumper. That gives us people... It's very cold. Probably too cold to work in, but that's okay. I need people to be collecting, that's for sure. Oh, this is definitely going to be a close one, that's for sure. Okay, let's speed up time, see what happens. We have a day and 11 hours. Wood supplies are secured, that increases our hope, so actually I'm not too upset about our triage use there, because eventually it'll get too cold for even our medical areas, I think. Technology, speaking of which, can we up our healthcare installation enough? Healthcare installation, I want to get that down, because healthcare installation might just save us. And I don't know if it will, but we're going to have to see. Okay, everyone's made it back from all the scout teams. These survivors are nearly back, we're going to have to provide homes for them. Speaking of homes, it's night time. Let's build some houses for people. Kind of upgrading bunk houses, that's what we need to do. Probably the ones actually further outside are going to have to be the priorities. We'll probably do that a lot next, but we only going to have so much time to get wood and steel back. And I think those guys no longer working at night now, the steel workers. Survivors have reached the city. Sir, a group of survivors have reached our city. They are tired, they need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention, but they're ready to lend a hand however they can. Great, that's also more people I couldn't really afford to have. Where can we put them that's actually useful? We've got a few more engineers here. Any medical posts that need some more workers? I think there are. Just makes people way more efficient. We still have quite a few people being treated. We can give them some extra rations to try and speed that up, but we'll have to see. Propaganda center, we'll put another one in there. Yeah, people are troubled by bad food and cold home, which is completely understandable, but there's really not much I can do about it now. Okay, let's carry on. Let's get even colder now. It's minus 80. When the storm hits, we're going out to tier 4. Or maybe we're going now, because things are now too cold to work in. If I turn on steam level 4 now, does that buy me enough warmth for these places to still operate? It might do when it gets to the high enough temperature. Certain industries are now going to have to halt operations. All the gathering posts, anywhere which is too cold, is going to halt operations now. So you guys can just come off there, that's fine. Pretty much anywhere which I think is too cold, people are going to come off. Because I purely don't think it's worth the trouble that it will cause.
Come on, lads. We must work harder.
Even the medical posts are not warm enough. Okay, these places in the centre can still work. That's good. Some bits out in the open though are getting too cold now. Oh boy. That coal pile will take people out of because I don't want people to die. We're going to have so much death anyway. The more we can do to keep people alive, the better. That propaganda centre is cold, but I want to keep people working there. I'm going to do another propaganda bulletin. I want to keep that hope going up. 4 children have died, 6 adults have died. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all, and I don't think we're going to get enough food in time. I really feel like food is less of our concern. If people can survive quite a while without food, but people cannot survive without heat, that's for sure. I'm going to ask these guys not to do a 24-hour shift. Well, I'm going to try and increase their efficiency, because for only 10 food rations that's well worth doing, because it allows us to build more houses, and I think that is vitally important for us at the moment. We do have some space for some more houses up here. We'll get that connected in like this, and then as soon as we get more steel, I'm going to try and upgrade as many bunkhouses as possible in time. Is there anything left we can do in adaptation at this point? I don't think there is. I think everything we have signed is the right thing we can, and I really don't want to sign Order Above All unless it's absolutely necessary. We could do agitators, but I think it's a bit too late for that. It raises the efficiency of nearby workplaces by 20%. Ooh. Let's hope we don't need to use the new order. We may need to, but let's hope we don't. But I expect a lot of people to die, that's for sure. 20 people died, good grief. Lots of people are dying. Okay, healthcare facilities now 1 bit warmer, good. We need 80 to get it up to 80 steel to get it up even further. And again, I think that is an important thing to do. 80 steel. Okay, we can do that as soon as it turns. Okay, food supplies ready. Oh, we do have the supplies, good. The food supplies should keep us fed for at least a week. Let's hope the storm subsides by then. It's not going to. I'm going to put these guys... Oh, do I put them on a 24-hour shift? I'm going to. They're going to hate it. But I want my tech. This tech will keep you alive, lads. It's important. Healthcare installation too. If this allows us to keep us doing triage through the worst of it, that will be the main thing. Eventually, things will just have to shut down. I'm going to keep that triage centre open, or that propaganda centre open, and I might even put down another heater in order to be able to do that. Another steam hub, but that requires steel. Steel that we don't have at the moment. Another event here. Apathy sets in. So the people you ordered to stay for work are working very slowly. After so many hours of toil, they become very apathetic. They don't see how we can survive the storm no matter how well we prepare. 50% efficiency? No, I'm sorry. It's only a slight increase in discontent. I need you to work. It will keep you alive. It will keep you alive. I'm even going to boost your efficiency again in order so that you stay alive. These guys, I'm not going to put on emergency shifts because that's a lot of discontent I don't really want to use. But as the storm is about to set in, I think we will leave it there. Oh boy, we've got a tough time coming ahead of us. We're about ready. The storm is ever encroaching. We'll have to see how things go. But this has been the penultimate episode of Frostpunk. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.